We all have an intellectual and an emotional mind. Both are always active, but one will be dominant. Your intellectual mind is you on a good day. It's when you're positive, you're thinking about stuff, you're coming up with solutions, you're managing the world around you, and you're conscious and you're aware of what's going on. Your emotional mind is kind of the opposite. It is your autopilot, your automatic, your survival part of your mind. It's necessarily negative. The glass is half empty. It's always going to assume worst case, no conscious intelligence, doesn't even know the difference between imagination and reality, completely on autopilot to keep you survived. Now, when is one more dominant than the other? So you have this notion of a stress bucket. And every time you respond negatively with a thought or a feeling to the world around you, your body puts a little bit of adrenaline or a little bit of cortisol into the stress bucket. So every single time you're responding negatively, you put more stress, and adrenaline and cortisol into your body. And the fuller the bucket gets, the more you sink down into your negative autopilot part of the brain. And the emptier your stress bucket gets, the more you rise up into the intellectual part of your mind. So in a nutshell, adrenaline and cortisol levels will determine how much access you have to your intellectual mind. Now, the idea is to keep your bucket nice and low, to have just the right amount of stress hormones bobbing around in your body to keep you sharp, to keep you focused. And the way we can do that, lots of different ways we can do that, but when we respond to the world around us and we're looking for the silver lining when something happens, we're looking for solutions when something happens, we're doing what we can and then accepting what's left over. We're sleeping, we're eating, we're hydrating, we're exercising, we're meditating, we're going out for a walk or a run, lots and lots of things that we can do. And the idea is keep an eye on how you're thinking and how you're feeling. And if you're struggling with things you weren't struggling with yesterday, if the little things are tripping you up, if your glass is half empty rather than half full, look to the stress bucket, look to what's going on, because you can do those things and stack the deck in your favor and get access to your intellectual mind back. You can reduce your stress levels. So I'm Jake from Stressed Executive, helping people reduce their stress levels and regain good access to their intellectual mind.